Hello everybody! Welcome back to B&B Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive into the tumultuous romantic saga of Carter Walton and Hope Logan on The Bold and the Beautiful, where the chances of them exchanging vows at the altar seem to be hanging by a thread. As Forrester Creations hums with whispers of an impending wedding, storm clouds are gathering on the horizon, promising a deluge of drama before the couple can even set a date for their big day. Buckle up, fans, because next week's episodes are set to deliver jaw-dropping twists, heart-wrenching confrontations, and unexpected turns that could shatter dreams and reignite old flames. In this in-depth exploration, we'll unpack last week's pivotal moments, preview the chaos on the horizon, and speculate on whether Hope and Carter's love story is destined for a fairy tale ending or a heartbreaking collapse. Let's rewind to last week's episodes, where the undercurrents of doubt began to ripple through Hope and Carter's engagement. At the heart of the tension was a candid conversation between Deacon Sharp, Hope's protective father, and the soon-to-be groom. Deacon, with his rugged charm and no-nonsense demeanor, pulled no punches as he sat down with Carter at the bustling Il Giardino restaurant. The aroma of fresh pasta lingering in the air, he voiced his deep reservations, while Brooke Logan, ever the optimistic mother of the bride, was already daydreaming about floral arrangements and designer gowns. Deacon's instincts as a father screamed caution. His primary concern? Carter's past dalliance with the enigmatic Daphne Rose, a fling that left a bitter taste in everyone's mouth at Forrester Creations. Deacon's piercing gaze seemed to search Carter's soul. He warned him not to toy with Hope's heart, his tone laced with a mix of paternal concern and steely resolve. The restaurateur, who has seen his fair share of heartbreak, fears that history might repeat itself, and he's not wrong to be wary. Little does Deacon suspect just how prophetic his words might turn out to be, as unseen forces are already conspiring to test Hope and Carter's bond in ways they never imagined. As we peer into the spoilers for the upcoming week, the plot thickens with the bombshell return of Daphne Rose to the sun-drenched streets of Los Angeles. Bold and beautiful comings and goings have confirmed that Daphne, with her sultry allure and knack for stirring trouble, is back with a vengeance, and her sights are firmly set on Carter. When Hope first learned of Carter's indiscretion with Daphne, it was a bitter pill to swallow, but she found solace in the fact that Daphne had vanished from their lives, leaving the couple to rebuild trust in the sleek, high-stakes world of Forrester Creations. However, Daphne's return changes everything. Imagine Hope walking into the design studio, only to be met with the sight of Daphne leaning over Carter's desk, her laughter echoing through the office as she tosses her hair with calculated charm. The daily encounters, the lingering glances, and the thinly veiled flirtations are bound to wear down even Hope's most forgiving nature. What's worse, Daphne seems to have perfected the art of subtle seduction, dropping hints about unfinished business with Carter during impromptu coffee breaks and late-night work sessions. Will Hope's patience hold, or will the constant reminder of Carter's past mistakes drive an insurmountable wedge between them? Meanwhile, as Carter navigates the minefield of temptation at the office, Hope might find herself drawn into an emotional whirlwind of her own. Whispers around town suggest that her ex-husband, Liam Spencer, is grappling with a devastating diagnosis. Gansteth has left him a shadow of the vibrant man he once was. Liam's battle with this life-altering illness has reportedly sparked a desire to reconnect with Hope on a profound level. Perhaps seeking closure or rekindling a spark one last time, he faces an uncertain future. Picture the poignant scene. Liam, pale and weary, reaching for Hope's hand during a quiet moment at the Spencer estate, his eyes reflecting a mix of regret and longing. If Carter's attention continues to waver under Daphne's influence, Hope might find herself vulnerable to Liam's pleas, her heart torn between loyalty to her fiancé and the pull of a shared history with Liam. The emotional stakes are sky-high as Hope wrestles with guilt, compassion, and the lingering embers of a love she thought was long extinguished. Could this tragic chapter in Liam's life become the catalyst that derails Hope's future with Carter entirely? Adding another layer of intrigue to this already complex web is the atmosphere at Forrester Creations itself, where gossip about Hope and Carter's engagement spreads like wildfire. The design house, with its glossy corridors and creative fervor, has always been a hotbed of personal drama, and this latest saga is no exception. Employees whisper behind sketch pads, speculating whether Carter's wandering eye will spell doom for the wedding plans, while others place baits on whether Hope will stand her ground or succumb to the pressures surrounding her. Even Steffi Forrester, known for her sharp tongue and keen insight, might weigh in with a pointed comment or two, her skepticism about Carter's commitment adding fuel to the fire. As the workplace becomes a battleground of opinions and alliances, the couple's personal struggles spill into their professional lives, making every boardroom meeting and design critique a potential minefield. The question on everyone's lips is whether the magic of Forrester Creations, often a backdrop for romance and redemption, can weave its spell on Hope and Carter if the very place that brought them together will be the stage for their unraveling. Let's not forget the role of family dynamics in this unfolding drama, as both Brooke and Deacon continue to exert their influence over Hope's decisions. Brooke, with her romantic optimism, envisions a grand wedding at the Forrester mansion, complete with cascading white roses and a string quartet serenading the couple under a twilight sky. Her enthusiasm is infectious as she flips through bridal magazines and sketches out seating charts, determined to give her daughter the day she deserves. Yet, beneath her excitement lies a flicker of worry. She's seen Hope's heart broken before and knows the pain of loving a man who can't fully commit. Deacon, on the other hand, remains the voice of caution, his gruff exterior masking a deep well of protectiveness. He might even take matters into his own hands, confronting Daphne directly at Il Giardino with a stern warning to steer clear of his daughter's happiness. His fists clenched as he struggles to keep his temper in check. The clash between Brooke's hopefulness and Deacon's pragmatism creates a fascinating push and pull, as Hope finds herself caught between two parents who want the best for her, yet see the path ahead through very different lenses. As we look toward the future, the burning question remains, will Carter and Hope defy the odds and make it to the altar, or is Deacon's grim prediction about a doomed engagement destined to come true? The road ahead is fraught with obstacles, from Daphne's relentless pursuit to Liam's heartbreaking plea for a second chance. Carter must prove that his love for Hope is unshakable, resisting the temptations that threaten to pull them apart, while Hope faces a test of her own, balancing forgiveness with self-respect as she navigates the ghosts of her past. The spoilers hint at explosive confrontations in the coming days, perhaps a heated showdown between Carter and Liam at a charity gala, where emotions boil over in front of a stunned crowd. Or maybe Daphne will orchestrate a scandalous reveal, dropping a bombshell about her history with Carter that leaves Hope reeling. Whatever happens, one thing is certain: the bold and the beautiful is gearing up for a roller coaster of emotions that will keep viewers glued to their screens, eagerly awaiting each new episode to see if love can triumph over betrayal, doubt, and heartbreak. Next, we will delve into the dark and twisted journey of Luna Nozawa on The Bold and the Beautiful, where her presence in the glamorous yet treacherous world of Los Angeles seems to be teetering on the edge of a dramatic exit. Rumors are swirling that Luna's storyline might be barreling toward a tragic end, whether through a fatal demise or a return to the cold confines of prison. As her actions grow increasingly unsettling, with stalking tendencies and predatory behavior alienating those around her, the question looms: is it time for Luna to leave town for good? Join us as we explore the latest spoilers, unpack fan reactions, and speculate on the fate of this polarizing character in the Forrester-dominated landscape. With new details and creative twists woven into every paragraph, let's dive into the storm brewing around Luna Nozawa. To understand the precarious position Luna finds herself in, let's first revisit the mounting tension surrounding her character in recent episodes. Once a figure of intrigue, Luna has morphed into a source of unease for many in the Bold and Beautiful universe. Her obsessive behavior, particularly her relentless shadowing of key figures in Los Angeles, has raised red flags far beyond the gleaming offices of Forrester Creations. Picture this: Luna lingering in the shadows of the Forrester mansion's lush gardens, her eyes narrowing as she watches every move with an unnerving intensity, her presence unnoticed yet suffocating. Her fixation on Hayes, in particular, has sparked outrage among the town's residents, with her actions veering into a predatory territory that leaves a bitter taste in everyone's mouth. Late-night encounters at dimly lit cafes and cryptic messages left on Hayes' doorstep paint a portrait of a woman spiraling out of control, her desperation palpable. Many in the community, from longtime friends to wary newcomers, are whispering that Luna's behavior has crossed a line, and they're ready to see her pack her designer luggage and vanish into the sunset or face dire consequences. The fanbase, ever vocal on social media platforms, has not held back in expressing their exasperation with Luna's current arc. The consensus seems to lean toward frustration, with many feeling that her once captivating bad girl persona has overstayed its welcome. One passionate viewer tweeted from their cozy couch, perhaps with a cup of coffee in hand, "Her antics were entertaining for a hot minute, but now it's just repetitive. When they turned her into a killer, I think they overplayed their hand. There's no coming back from Fate. Redemption feels impossible, so we're just left with this unhinged version of Luna. Another fan, possibly typing furiously after a heated episode, chimed in with a plea for accountability. If they insist on keeping her, fine, but enough with the poor me act. She needs to own up to her mess. Plenty of people have tough childhoods without resorting to stalking or worse. Stop using her past as an excuse. These raw, unfiltered reactions reflect a growing impatience with Luna's lack of growth. As viewers yearn for a storyline that either reinvents her character or bids her a dramatic farewell under the golden California sun. Adding fuel to the fire of fan discontent is the perception that the writers have faltered in crafting a compelling trajectory for Luna, leaving even her most ardent supporters feeling let down. A longtime watcher, likely reminiscing about the show's past daring plotlines, vented online, "I admire the actress's got talent, but the writers are doing her dirty with this snooze fest of a story. She's a grown woman. Why the obsession with daddy issues now? It's inconsistent. She didn't bat an eye when she thought her father was just a distant cousin." This critique highlights a disconnect between Luna's potential and the direction her narrative has taken, as fans imagine missed opportunities for deeper emotional exploration. Perhaps the writers could have delved into a redemption arc involving Luna volunteering at a local shelter, confronting her inner demons through acts of kindness, or even a shocking alliance with an unexpected Forrester ally to rebuild her shattered reputation. Instead, her fixation on family ties at this late stage feels forced, leaving viewers rolling their eyes as they await a twist that reignites their interest. Luna's controversial behavior toward Hayes has also become a lightning rod for debate, casting a shadow over her every move in Los Angeles elite circles. What began as subtle glances across crowded Forrester Gala events has escalated into something far more sinister, with Hayes visibly rattled by Luna's unrelenting attention during late-night encounters at trendy rooftop bars. Sources close to the situation whisper of Hayes confiding in close friends, his voice trembling as he recounts how Luna's cryptic texts often sent at ungodly hour shave disrupted his peace of mind. Even Steffi Forrester, never one to shy away from confrontation, has reportedly caught wind of the situation. Her piercing stare locking onto Luna during a tense boardroom meeting as she warns her to back off. The community's discomfort is palpable, with some residents banding together at local hotspots like El Giardino to discuss whether Luna's actions warrant legal intervention. Is this the final straw that pushes Luna out of town, perhaps with a restraining order in hand, or will her obsession lead to a catastrophic clash that no one sees coming? Looking ahead, the spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful remain tantalizingly vague, leaving Luna's fate hanging in a suspenseful balance. Will she meet a grim end, perhaps in a dramatic showdown on the cliffs overlooking the Pacific, her final moments captured in a haunting silhouette against the crashing waves? Or could the writers opt for a less permanent exile, sending her back to prison in a storyline that sees her caught in a web of her own deceit during a high-stakes fashion event gone awry? There's even a wild rumor floating among die-hard fans that Luna might fake her own death, disappearing into the night with a forged passport, only to resurface months later with a new identity and a vendetta against those who wronged her. Whatever path the writers choose, the air is thick with anticipation, as every episode promises to peel back another layer of Luna's unraveling psyche. Fans are urged to tune in daily, popcorn at the ready, to witness whether Luna will find a sliver of redemption or be consumed by the darkness she's courted for so long. The broader implications of Luna's storyline also ripple through the fabric of Forrester Creations, where her presence has become a divisive topic among the company's power players. Imagine the tension in the design studio, where sketches and fabric swatches are overshadowed by hushed conversations about Luna's latest anti. Some employees fear her instability could jeopardize upcoming collections, while others speculate she might leak company secrets in a fit of rage. Eric Forrester himself might weigh in, his seasoned perspective cutting through the gossip during a family meeting in the opulent living room, as he muses on whether Luna deserves a second chance or a swift exit. The interplay between personal vendettas and professional stakes adds a delicious complexity to the drama, reminding us that in the world of B&B, no scandal stays contained for long. Could Luna's downfall or potential comebackership alliances and rivalries within this iconic fashion dynasty? Next, we will uncover the seismic shift in the romantic landscape of The Bold and the Beautiful. where Brooke Logan's world is about to be turned upside down by a revelation that could shatter decades of love, rivalry, and heartbreak. A stunning proposal at Il Giardino has set off a chain reaction of drama, with Nick Marone poised to deliver news that will leave Brooke reeling, while Ridge Forrester grapples with a decision that could alter destines. As the iconic love triangle between Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor Hayes reignites with ferocious intensity, and with Nick lurking in the wings to seize his chance, we're in for an emotional roller coaster. Join us as we explore every angle of this explosive storyline, weaving in fresh details and imaginative twists to paint a vivid picture of the chaos unfolding in Los Angeles' most glamorous circles. Let's start with the bombshell moment that has set tongues wagging across Forrester Creations and beyond. At the charming Il Giardino restaurant, under the romantic glow of fairy lights and the scent of blooming jasmine in the air, Taylor Hayes took a bold step that no one saw coming. Tired of being Ridge Forrester's perennial second choice, Taylor decided to rewrite her story, dropping to one knee in a breathtaking display of determination on Tuesday, June 24th. With a sparkling ring glinting in her hand, a vintage piece rumored to have been chosen with meticulous care, she proposed to Ridge, her voice trembling with years of unspoken longing. And Ridge, caught in the moment's intensity, said yes, sending shockwaves through their tight-knit circle. But unbeknownst to the newly engaged couple, a familiar figure was watching from a nearby table, hidden behind a menu, absorbing every word. Nick Marone, the rugged sea captain with a heart still tethered to Brooke after their past marriage, witnessed this life-altering exchange, his mind racing with possibilities. For Nick, this isn't just gossip, it's the key to unlocking a future with Brooke, a golden opportunity to be the shoulder she cries on when her world implodes. The timing of Nick's inevitable revelation to Brooke, slated for Thursday, June 26th, couldn't be more devastating or strategically perfect, depending on your perspective. Imagine Brooke in her elegant office at Forrester Creations, flipping through fabric samples for the upcoming fall collection, completely unaware of the storm about to hit. Enter Nick, his weathered face a mask of concern, but his eyes betraying a flicker of hope, as he delivers the crushing news of Ridge's engagement to Taylor. The sting is magnified by the fact that Brooke isn't hearing this from Ridge himself, the man she's married 8 times over decades of passion and pain, but from her ex-husband. A man who once shared her life and bore witness to her deepest vulnerabilities. The writers have crafted a moment of pure agony, twisting the knife deeper as Brooke's heart shatters, not just from the betrayal, but from the humiliating way it reaches her ears. Will she crumple under the weight of this news, her manicured nails digging into her desk as tears threaten to fall, or will a spark of defiance ignite, urging her to fight for the love she's never fully let go of? Adding another layer of complexity to this unfolding drama is the role of Brooke's sister, Katie Logan, who seems to have a sixth sense for the romantic upheaval on the horizon. Picture the siblings sharing a quiet moment at the Logan family home, a tray of chamomile tea between them on a polished oak table, as Katie gently probes Brooke about her lingering feelings for Nick. With a knowing glance, Katie hints at the possibility of Brooke sailing away, perhaps literally, aboard Nick's yacht to escape the inevitable heartbreak tied to Ridge. Katie's suggestion isn't just idle chatter. It's a premonition of sorts, as if she can already envision Brooke needing an escape route when the engagement news lands like a ton of bricks. Could this be the push Brooke needs to finally sever ties with Ridge and embrace a new chapter with Nick, whose devotion has never wavered, even as he's watched her return to Ridge time and again? The idea of Brooke and Nick rekindling their romance, with the ocean breeze as their witness, adds a tantalizing what-if to this tangled web of relationships. Yet, amidst the celebration of Taylor's apparent victory, a massive crack emerges in the foundation of her engagement to Ridge. Spoilers whisper that Ridge, even as he accepted Taylor's ring with a smile, is already wrestling with doubts, his thoughts drifting to Brooke like a ship lost in a fog. Envision Ridge standing alone on the Forrester Estate's sprawling balcony at dusk, the city lights of Los Angeles twinkling below, as he fingers the engagement ring with a furrowed brow. Duty compelled him to say yes to Taylor, honoring a promise of stability, but his heart, that stubborn heart, remains tethered to Brooke, the woman who's been his muse through 8 marriages. This internal conflict isn't new. Historical patterns show Ridge oscillating between these two formidable women like a pendulum, unable to fully commit to one without longing for the other. Insiders hint that executive producer Brad Bell might be steering toward yet another Brooke-Ridge reunion, suggesting that this engagement to Taylor could be a temporary detour rather than a final destination. Will Ridge's second thoughts bloom into action before wedding bells chime, Or is he doomed to repeat the cycle of heartbreak? The fallout from Nick's bombshell is poised to ripple through every corner of this storied love quadrangle, reshaping alliances and igniting old flames. Consider the history between Brooke and Nick, their past marriage, the complicated saga of their son Jack, and the quiet moments of understanding they've shared over the years. As Brooke stands at this crossroads, reeling from Ridge's engagement, Nick might seize the moment to remind her of their shared past. Perhaps over a nostalgic dinner at a seaside bistro where they once laughed as a family. Meanwhile, Taylor, blissfully unaware of Ridge's wavering heart, is likely sketching out her dream wedding in a leather-bound journal, envisioning a ceremony under a canopy of white orchids at a cliffside venue. Her confidence is palpable, believing she's finally secured Ridge for good, yet the audience knows the storm brewing beneath the surface. Could a confrontation be looming, perhaps at a high-profile Forrester gala, where Brooke's raw emotions clash with Taylor's triumph, leaving Ridge caught in the crossfire as champagne glasses shatter both literally and figuratively? As this saga unfolds, the big questions loom larger than ever over the sun-drenched streets of Los Angeles. Will Brooke muster the strength to fight for Ridge one last time, storming into his office with a fiery speech about their epic love story, or has she reached her breaking point, ready to walk away for good with Nick by her side? Can Nick, ever the patient suitor, finally win Brooke's heart once and for all, offering her a life free from the Forrester drama aboard his yacht under starlit skies? And most crucially, will Ridge follow through with marrying Taylor, even as every fiber of his being seems to pull him back to Brooke? Or will history repeat itself with another altar abandonment that leaves Taylor devastated yet again? The stage is set for a seismic romantic upheaval, with heartbreak, betrayal, and the tantalizing possibility of a reunion, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. So, B&B fans, what do you predict for this iconic love triangular quadrangle, with Nick in the mix? Will Brooke and Ridge defy the odds for the 9th time? Or is this the moment Nick finally claims his place in her heart? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and let's keep the drama alive. Tune in to the bold and the beautiful for every shocking twist and emotional revelation as this storyline explodes in the coming days. Here at B&B Spoilers channel, we're dedicated to bringing you the latest updates, insider scoops, and passionate discussions about your favorite soap opera. Until next time, keep the romance burning and the speculation soaring.